It's okay. Everything will be fine. Have you ever shared your stories with one of your friends and received this kind of response in return? Well, it might not sound as something with bad intention, or maybe these words even came from genuinely concern of them to see you happy again. For some people, these praises were nothing more than a supporting words, but it is need to be acknowledged that this kind of words is absolutely insensitive and could bring damage for the other people. But why? The term toxic positivity refers to someone's act to forcing happy vibes only in their every occasion. You might think that this is actually good. It helps us to feel more content and well spirited in enjoying our life. Well, truth be told, that's only your thoughts. Humans' mentality are something that very complex. Someone's phase of mind can be completely different with the others. Things that we think are nonsense and very simple might be something that are extremely burdening to other persons. We might think that this positive response could help them to forget their problems and be happy again. But in fact, you are unintentionally giving more pressure and invalidating their feeling. Hey, you should be grateful because there are people that experience worse than you. Don't worry, take the good things. Everything happens for a reason. You see me? I can overcome this. You should be able to. Well, it's true that maybe we only want them to not be depressed and not too preoccupied with their problems. But by telling to not be sad, it will only make them think that their feelings are wrong, that they are the one at fault for feeling sad and sorrow. Therefore, they start to feel guilty of feeling the negativity, and thus it will give them more burden to overcome. Now, you might wonder, what harm can be done? This couldn't be that serious, right? You are wrong. This is a very serious matter. I have once talked to my friends about my problems in hope for them to understand my feeling. But in response, they told me not to worry and see these problems for its good things. I said my grade at falling. They said, you should be grateful. There are those who got worse mark. I told them that my family's expectations are hurting me. They only smiled and brushing off my worries, saying that it's because they are believing me. I should be happy. Do you think I feel any better by hearing these words? No, not a chance. In fact, this makes me feel like I shouldn't complain anything and hide every talk on my own head. This is one of the reasons that makes my anxiety gotten worse. Because this kind of reaction makes me thinking too much whether I should talk my problems with them or not. Now let's imagine we can portray these negative feelings as some amount of water in a closed tiny jar. It might seem not dangerous. What harm can be done by some water? But if the amount of water in the jar keeps increasing until it became overflowing along with the pressure that came from the jar's cover, what do you think could be happen? The jar might break. The cover might unleash itself. Then the water will burst out in unimaginable fire, like the mountains, which erupted hot lava and destroyed everything around them. Same with these negative feelings. If people keep telling us to brush it off, avoiding its existence, then forget it entirely. Our sorrow, our anger, our pain keep piling up, weighting our mental, and it's only the matter of time until it will eventually blow up. If we keep refuse to face our despair and acknowledge their existence, they will never have a chance to say goodbye and stay in our life forever. Do you want the sadness hid beneath your heart forever? Or you want other people feel this endless misery? No, right. So, what should we do to prevent this thing to happen in the future? What kind of words should we say to people who are in despair? Well, we must know that not all of people need advice when they share their problems. Most of the time, they only need someone to listen to their stories and understand how they feel. They don't need people to tell them to stop being sad and be positive instead. They don't need those words. So, instead of giving those fake concerns that can give them more pressure, you can just simply be there for them and listen. Just sit and listen. Embrace them in the warmest hug so they know that you won't leave them alone. That is it. That simple action worth more than 100 words talkless advice to keep them positive at every moment. Rather than saying, you will be okay, let's start responding with, it must be very hard for you. I know you don't feel okay, so it is okay to cry sometimes. Don't worry, I will always be here. Show your genuine support and care with your presence. If you have helpful advice, wait for them to end their stories. And please always be careful with how you deliver your words. Humans' emotions are very complex, and we don't know how sensitive are them in those state of mind. If you don't want to hurt them further with your words, that's fine. At least you listen and trying to understand them. Then, at some point, when their mind already clear, you can help them to look for the better solution. Now we need to understand that we should be careful with our words. Who in the world ever expect the word positive can be very negative? My name is Roro Prihatini, and that was Avoiding the Unavoidable Toxic Positivity. Thank you very much.